This is Cody from Mexicali Fish Keeper. I'm out here in Chandler, Arizona today. As a matter of fact, we just got in from a flight from Orlando. But before I went home, I decided I was going to stop by and check out the store on the way in. And instead of doing my regular videos, I decided that I was going to try to do something a little bit different and actually go live. And we'll see how this works out. I don't have any notifications, no nothing. So we'll see how this plays out. I'll wait for uh, a few seconds to see who starts joining in, and then we'll go walk in there and take a look at this. Let's see. So that you guys know where I'm at. I'm at Kona Reefs down here in Chandler, Arizona. They do have, I believe, three of these stores in the Phoenix area, the Phoenix metro area. Let's see who joined. Jose Cota, thank you for joining in. And like I said, I'm at the store at Chandler, the Kona Reef at Chandler, but I believe they have one in Surprise and then they have one in Phoenix. But since this one's kind of on my way home, I decided to come in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, and we'll go ahead and go inside so you guys can take a look at the store from the inside. So let me turn the camera around. All right. So this is, so you guys can see we're out here at Kona Reef out here in Chandler. This is the main entrance over here. Store hours, their business hours, I don't know if these are up to date, but they're open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. But let's see how the camera plays out because it's a little bit dark in here. So let's see how long it takes to, oh, perfect. It seems like the light's going to adjust automatically to what's going on. So the way I see this is they got the register coming in here, and then that half of the building over there is their salt water, and this side over here is all the fresh water. They do have some display tanks out here at the front of the store. You know, some setups that you could possibly be able to purchase, and so that you have some ideas of what they have going on. And so that's what they got there. Oh, I didn't mirror the camera. All right. So as soon as you come in, you're going to walk into this gigantic tree and a pond that they have. It's a little koi pond. I don't know if we're going to be able to pick up the koi in the pond. But yeah, this is kind of a neat little pond that they have here, and it's actually it has the filtration system, assuming runs through the trunk of the tree and comes out as a waterfall. I don't know if you guys can pick that up there. So, and then as we go, I guess it would be the right of the store as you're coming in. They have some of their display tanks. You'll be able to find some of their products that they're selling. You know, this is some chemicals and stuff like that. But look at this tank right here. This guy is a stunner. Really, really nice looking tank. Very, I would say, beginner plants that are in here. This has a little, it's a community tank with some live bears and some albino neon tetras. But yeah, this is something that could be easily replicated. For the most part, it's pretty simple plants to keep in there. And then we have their glowfish section in here. Down in here, they have some hardscape. Here's a little bit more of the Daniels, neon Daniels, and then they have some zebra Daniels down in here, some angelfish, and this is what's really cool. They have their own little garden aquarium, and what I mean by that is this is where they have all their plants that they have for sale. They have some pogo stems in there, some rotalas, the Ouija, more rotalas, mint candy. I haven't seen this one before. That one's new for me. But you can see, you know, the plants look really, really good. They also, above that, they do have their shrimp tanks in here, which I think is a pretty cool setup. They do have some more of the albino neons in here. But I really like the way they have their display tanks. I like the awnings that they have for the lights. The way it really allows the rest of the area to stay dark, but then you have all the light where it matters. Uh, the other side, I love these peninsula style tanks. Uh, it's one of the tanks that I've always kind of wanted to be able to set up. Hey, Ty, how's it going, man? How's it going? Let's see who else is in here. I got Chuck. Who else? Is Jose. How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are doing pretty good. Um, but you know, they got some more plants in here. Over here they have let's see what they have, some barbs. It looks like it's a mixture of different barbs. I'm out here at Kona Reef in Chandler, Arizona, and decided to stop by before I heading home, and do a quick store tour since I was in the area. This is a side of Phoenix that I normally don't get to come out to, so that's why I wanted to take advantage of the fact that I was out here. They got some really nice platies in here. I don't know. To me, they're kind of one of my favorite. I know they're pretty plain Jane kind of fish and not very difficult to keep, but to me, I don't know. There's just something about them that I really like some bumblebee gobies in here. This guy's resting on the glass. Some gouramis, pearl scale gouramis. Let's see what we got in here. These are other gouramis. Which ones are these? It doesn't say on here, but they have a betta. Just real simple. I like how clean these tanks are. They have some discus in here. Let's see who else has kind of come in here. Fish Fan Link, thank you. Let's see. What's up? All good. Waiting for the weekend. Oh, cool. Any special plans for the weekend? KJ, thanks for dropping in. So we got that going on in here. I'm gonna make sure that we have some people making some purchases. Don't want to invade their privacy. So in here, it looks like it's a discus tank with some Bolivian rams. These are other rams that are not. The problem with these rams is when they're in the store tanks, they really don't color up. It's not until you get them home and they get settled in that their colors really start becoming very apparent, and they're very beautiful rams. There's a German blue ram in there. So they have Bolivians and German blues with some balloon rams in there. Very nice little setup that they have there. Over here, we have some barbs. These are some rosy barbs with the gouramis in there and a betta. Plus a little bit of setup. They have some driftwood. It seems like on all these cabinets, I love the finish that they've done on the cabinets. That wood, the cedar wood on them. It just really makes it look finished. Really nice for a store, but not something that's very difficult to replicate for your home setup. Something you can draw inspiration from and be able to do at home. Down here we have some hill stream loaches and some paradise fish. Some paradise gouramis. Down in here, it looks like some mollies are in there. Another tank with a bunch of plants. These peninsula tanks are, like I said, are one of the ones that I love to be able to have. But I'd like to do it more like an island tank where you can walk 360 degrees around it, not just the three sides. Down in here, we have some nanofish. They got some pea puffers in here that are looking really nice. What do we have in here? It looks like might be just some guppies, and it looks like a black molly. Pygmy quarries, albino pygmy quarries, it looks like down in there, unless they're just albino quarries, but it's really small. A little betta in there. These are some chili rasboras with lampi, some sort of a lampi chili or something like that in there. Uh, we got some more mollies, some more lamp-eyes. In here, we have some scarlet batis down in there. I don't know if you guys can be able to pick them up, but there they are. They have a little group of scarlet batis. As far as the plants, they have some anubiuses, Limophilias, some mosses, a big old yo-yo loaf that just swam by there. Wisteria, you know, a lot of the, I don't want to necessarily call them beginner plants, but more of the more common plants that we see in the hobby. I really like this setup. Obviously, some hornwort. There's that big old loaf. You know, a great plant for if you're trying to do any sort of breeding projects with small fry. Gives them a lot of hiding space. The Madagascar lace Madagascar plant in there. A bunch of swords. So this is another canopy setup with the wood finish on the bottom. In here, it looks like we have some tetras, a community of skirt tetras, different kinds of types of body styles similar to the skirt tetras. Some red menorahs, black skirts. So that's what you got in there. Again, the bottom, taking advantage of all the spacing that they have, and they've got some driftwood down in there. Let's see who else is. Anybody else has joined the live? All right. Some phantom tetras in here with a really nice betta in there. Some gouramis and another hill stream loach over there on the wall. They got another one in here and there. They have some goldfish. It looks like these are some Mirandas in there, and some ranchus. The ranchus are the ones that don't have the dorsal fin on them. All right, in here. Oh, it's an oxalotl tank. Here we go. There's one guy in here. This is a big tank. There's another one in here. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of axolotls in here. You can see them in there, back behind the hornwort right there. There's one guy that's swimming up here. So they do have a pretty good section of axolotls in here. Curious? No, that's got to be a plastic. That pink plant's got to be a plastic plant. Over here is a display case for some nano tanks that they got in there. This side over here is really cool. Let me start on this side because they have all their African cichlids in here. And this is a really, really nice looking tank. These guys look like a bunch of peacocks and hats that are in here. Really, really love the way the colors pop on these guys. We've got some products down in there. Here we have a bunch of fry growing now, juveniles. These are all juveniles. These guys look like those do look like African cichlids, but it also looks like they have some rainbow fish in there, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, these guys are a bunch of rainbow fish in there. Unless these are juvenile. I'm trying to see. No, they do look like African cichlids. They got some plants. The only thing with African cichlids, it's really hard to keep natural plants with them, so that's why those are pretty common in there. Hey, Kyle, how's it going, man? All right, so I'm over here at Kona Reef in Chandler, Arizona. We just got back in from Orlando, and we were headed home, and this store on the right side of town for me heading home. And I hardly ever get out here, so I reached out to them. They allowed me to come in here and do a store tour. So, you know, taking advantage of the opportunities that are given. Down in here, they have some filter media pads. These are some red jewel cichlids, some Turkana cichlids, if I'm not mistaken. They got those in there. It looks like some parrots, parrot cichlids with some red jewels in there, and some convicts and blue polars is what they got in here. I'm really impressed with the tanks. Right now, it's got a little bit of water spots on the outside, but that's overall the appearance of these tanks is very impressive. Um, I know that aesthetic, uh, aesthetics don't necessarily mean healthy fish, but it always makes it. If they're taking care of the tanks, they're taking care of the fish. Uh, Really nice colored up jewel cichlid right here. In here we have some, Hikari products and some foods that they carry. So that's what they have in there. Uh, let's go around this way and walk back. In here, that's not an Oscar, even though it says it's an Oscar. It looks like an African cichlid, but that must be their Oscar tanks. They're just out of them right now. You got some more African cichlids in there. Some more peacocks in here. These are more like medium-sized juveniles. In here, what do we have? It says some Bacardis that are in there, mixed up with some sort of African cichlid. They're still juvenile, so it's hard to tell what they are. Some albino. I want to say they're albino convicts, if I'm not mistaken. Electric blue acaras, and I don't know, those severums. No, they look like green tears because I can see the iridescence in the mouth. So here's what I'm looking at right here. These guys right here are the ones that I'm thinking are green tears. In here, Tanganyika cichlids, some Julie chromuses, some Mbunas is what we have in here. Over here, just a couple of tetras in there with some Duramis. We have some more neon tetras. These guys look pretty good. And we have some cories, some pepper cories, some bread and butter. They do have some substrates for your aquarium, some decorations. That is all along the bottom. Let's go back over here and see what we have. These are some, it looks like ember tetras, if I'm not mistaken. They have a whole bunch of them too. And then down in here, some Colombian tetras. These guys are looking really good. They're still small. These guys will actually get probably twice as big as what they are there. Some rasboras. Hey, Joe. Thanks for dropping in. Hello, Jorge. I bet the weather is much better than here. Yeah, actually, we were in Orlando, and it was actually colder, and we got welcomed to almost. It's going to be 90 degrees today out here in Arizona. So yeah, we're much warmer than the rest of the country. Some black neon tetras. These guys are some glow light tetras. One of the things that really stands out is how healthy these fish look. I don't see any white spots on them. Their fins are all extended. If you can see all their fins, no clamp fins on these guys, no sunken bellies. Really good quality on these fish. And it's all the fish. And usually the smaller fish are the ones that really suffer a lot when it comes to quality. But these guys look really good. A couple of coolie loaches in there. Down in here, we have some emperor tetras and some I want to say the thread fins. No, what are they? Oh, rummy nose. Oh, these are the rummy nose rasboras. Yeah, they're rasboras because they have the rummy nose tetras. Those are the rasbora version. Some cherry barbs with some panda cories. Again, immediately what stands out? No sunken bellies. Fins look really good. No parasites on them, so the fish look really healthy. I love these. This has got to be one of my favorite fish. The Von Reels. They don't get a lot of love. Not a lot of people have them. But by far, they're definitely some of my favorite fish. They're really almost the same body shape as as a red menorah or a skirt tetra, but it's just the coloration. When these guys really get lit up, the front of the body tends to get like a greenish hue with the red half of it. I just really love that combination of colors. How much do they have them here for? Wow, it's not bad. $4. That's pretty good. Some more white clouds, and again, these white clouds look really, really good. All the fins look really good. No sunken bellies. No signs of stress. Really healthy looking. Really healthy looking fish overall. Pretty good with the quality of the fish. For those who catch it from the beginning, Kona Reef is a store that's in the Phoenix metro area. They do have 3 stores. This one happens to be in Chandler. They have one in Surprise, and they have another store in Central Phoenix. Central North Phoenix is what I call it, but they call it the Phoenix area. Here's the koi pit. I mean the koi pond. So this is that pretty much completes the side of the freshwater. They do carry a lot of saltwater, which is the other half of the store. Oh, this tank right here. This is a showstopper. If you ever, this is definitely a showstopper of a tank. This is something that even my wife said, you can build something like this in the backyard if you make it look like this. So this is really, really neat. It's got a nice little waterfall. I don't know. The other place that I saw a tank that seemed just as impressive as this was at the Fish Gallery up in Houston. They have an entire wall that is like a water wall with plants and all that. A living wall with an aquarium, pretty much the same size setup as this one right here. It's an acrylic tank, from what I can tell. Very impressive. They have a gorgeous wood store. Hey, beautiful. Let's see. Oh, they have this little nano tank at the desk. Really nice little setup. Really clean. And then on this side, they have a little nano saltwater cube in there. And then this one over here. Some of these guys in there. And then this whole section over here, well, they have their frozen foods here, but this is all their saltwater side. We'll do a quick, oh, they do have a dojo table. You can try to work on doing your saltwater scapes, or you can do freshwater. But I think in today's hobby, it's really important that you have a table where you can kind of replicate the scapes that you want to accomplish. I think it as a store, it behooves you to have something like this, because it'll encourage more people to buy what they're looking at instead of having to second guess whether the pieces of rock that they're looking at is going to work for them. So I think these are really ups. They do have some stones down here you can play with. It looks like this one's more focused on the saltwater side. Might be a discount table that they have over here with some products for your saltwater. Really nice. It almost looks like it's a 200-gallon. Nope, never mind. What is it? 750. A reefer 750. I don't know how many gallons that is. I don't think it's 700 gallons though. But look at this tank right here. This has got to be 8 foot. It's got to be an 8-foot tank. Really, really nice reef. Hence the name Kona Reef. This is really what their bread and butter is. And fortunately, I don't know too much about these fish and the corals you're looking at. That's a side of the hobby that I really, really haven't dove into. But the one thing is, I don't care how much we like to say in the freshwater that African cichlids are just as bright as these guys, but I'm sorry, I got to be honest, they're not. Nothing really competes with the saltwater side. They do have us beat in not only the different body shapes. Hey, Louise, how you doing? And the body shapes and the colors. They have, I know what these are. I'm drawing a blank. Skimmers. They have some skimmers, some pumps, some additives for the corals, all that kind of stuff they have in here. They have some more nano tanks in the display down in here. And then, this is some of the livestock that they have. And again, the only, I don't know, it's just one of these things where I think if you're really going to do a tank right, it's almost got to be like that 8 foot that we saw, because a lot of these fish do tend to get a lot bigger. Again, this profile tank is my favorite when it comes to doing freshwater. They do have some pretty cool looking corals in here. I don't know what they are, other than what I'm going to go off of what it says on the glass. But all of these are for sale. Pretty cool starfish in here. It almost looks like strawberry color. Again, some meters for testing different parameters in your saltwater setup. And just your typical saltwater stocking. A lot of clownfish, a lot of tangs, hippos, cardinals. Just your pretty standard saltwater fish. I think it must be chromises, or they look like the body shape of a chromis, but I'm not sure. They look really, really nice. I like the orange and white on those guys. I don't know if you guys are picking that up because of the blue light. So over here they have a bunch of frags, the different prices for the different types of corals. I guess there's soft corals and hard corals. That's about that's the extent of my knowledge when it comes to corals. Oh, I hadn't seen this. This is pretty cool. They got a waterfall. We'll go check it out right now. Down in here, they have some more, I guess, minerals or additives for the different foods for the corals. So more clowns, different variations of clowns. Some, what are these guys? Let me see if I can guess what they are. They're not tangs. Yeah, blemmies, I thought it's what, but it's, if you're really looking for a nice variation of different corals and saltwater fish, I think this store has you covered. I could easily understand the appeal. My pocket does not, or actually, my wife's pocket is the one that says no. But yeah, they have some designer clowns. Any almost clowns nowadays, you can find them almost any color variation, pattern variation. But this is kind of cool. They have a waterfall right in here under what looks like a couple of caves. I don't know if you guys could hear me over the sound of the water, but then they have a nice little tank in here. It's like it's sort of a corner tank, but you got a fox face in there. It looks like a chromis. That blue one, it must be an angel. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's some sort of a fox face. But beautiful, beautiful tank. Show me the aquarium with how big this thing is. And it's pretty deep too. I don't know how many gallons it is. I have no idea. I don't know if I want to take a guess, but really, really nice. And then they have some more of their livestock over here. It looks like a triggerfish. Some more angels in here, different types of angels, another fox face. They do have different sizes. Beautiful, I think it's what, dog face puffer, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, no, this is the one thing that the saltwater really has its beat in is the different body shapes and colors and all that kind of stuff that we can't compete in the freshwater side of the hobby. We got some more clowns over here. Looks like some cleaners that are in there. Some more corals, different types of corals, bubble corals. Some more hardscapes. So it's kind of the same setup, except what you're seeing over here. Some wrasse. Yeah, it's just, different size of the fish. These are a little bit bigger. Looks like a little lionfish in there. The colors on those is pretty cool. see what else. This is what does he got back in there? Those guys are not really feeling comfortable right now, so I'm not going to bother them too much. But yeah, look at they have the vivid yellows, oranges, um, purples. Like that was orange, yellow, and purple eyes. Really, really nice. So this is another coral tank, and then in here they have all their um, the little blemmies, all the cleanup crews that you need for your saltwater tanks, the scorpion fish, uh, the blemmies, bunch of blemmies. So you got your snails, the bumblebee snails. Is that the same thing as saffron snails in the freshwater side? If somebody knows, let me know. I'm curious. Who else joined in? Fish Fam Links. Thanks for being here. Let's see. So yeah, I don't see any of the shrimp. Usually, these are the guys that I really like. I think they're really, really cool. We got some crabs, some snails. So that's pretty much it. A lot more corals in here. Look at these that's an interesting looking clownfish. It's got long fins, kind of like a betta. I hadn't seen that. That must be a new variant. Little eel in here. But yep, that's pretty much it. So the store, as you come in, like I said, it's kind of divided into two sections. Here's the main entrance. If you come in to your right hand side, you'll find all the freshwater stuff. If you go left, you're gonna find all the saltwater. But overall, it's a really, really impressive store. Really nice. I'm gonna go back to where I find myself a little bit more familiar. More in my depths of knowledge is with the freshwater side. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, I was just getting back from the airport. We were at Orlando over the weekend. Had a really good time. Got to meet Aquafunk in person. Got to meet up with Jody from Uncle Joe's Fish Set. Also got to meet with Ryan from Wild Fish Tanks. And who else did I? Chili Trans. Got to meet him at their local Tampa Bay Fish Club meeting. And that was pretty much it. I mean, we had a really good time. We went up there for a wedding. We did that. And was able to dedicate a little bit of time to doing some of the stuff in the hobby. But with that being said, I think I'm going to end it here, and I'll see you guys soon. You guys take care. Thank you for being here, and I'll catch you guys later.